Hi there, I'm Aman from Art Progressive School and you're watching PTO classes. So I'm back with one more lesson from grade 7 English, and today we are going to conclude our literature portion, and this will be the last chapter from your book Honeycomb, and after this one poem will be left. So today we are going to discuss the chapter 10, the story of cricket. So before I start my lecture, you must be noticing that the name of the school has been changed, and it is a very positive sign for the new year. We are going with a new name, Arden. Arden, being your English teacher, it is my duty to tell you about it. Arden means a very beautiful garden, okay? And in Hindi, we call it Vatika, okay? बहुत खूबसूरत, बहुत सुंदर वाटिका. So Arden means a beautiful garden, a very beautiful garden. So where does the word Arden come from? It comes from the renowned, one of the most prominent writer, one of the most prominent dramatists of literature of English language. You must be aware with the name William Shakespeare. Okay. William Shakespeare. It is said, it is in the books, it is, you can search it in Google also, that Arden, William Shakespeare's mother's name was Mary Arden. Okay, so this Arden word has the origin from this very profound dramatist William Shakespeare's mother's name. Okay, and why Arden for your school? As you are aware that our school has been built in a very greenish surroundings, in greenish environment. Our school has a very beautiful infrastructure, the trees, the greenery is all around. So Arden suits us. Okay, so from now our school will be known as Arden Progressive School. Okay, so now this is about the name change, and this is very much relatable to our subject, to my subject English, and this is about it. So now we are going to have a look in the chapter, the story of cricket. This chapter you will all enjoy, because this chapter we all, the sport cricket, we all enjoy it, we all have played it, we all are playing it also, and cricket being a most popular sport in our country. So this chapter will be very interesting to read, and we are going to see, like I have said about Arden, where is its origin, okay, comes from. Similarly, we will see that where did cricket originated from. Okay, so the story of cricket. Here we will see that how cricket came into existence and what are the important rules. Okay, what are the important rules that are behind this beautiful game, and we will see the nuances of the game, and now we will be technically aware about the game that we enjoy so much. So this story is a very informative one, a very interesting one, and I am sure that you all will enjoy it. So cricket, we must be aware that if we are so interested in the game, we must know the all the technical terms also about it, that what must be the length of a bat, what is the weight of a ball, how long is the pitch, what are the basic rules of the game. So this all will be covered in our today's lecture, the story of cricket. Together we are going to read it, and I am going to explain you the story of cricket. So stay with me, and together we are going to read this beautiful chapter, and then your literature part, the prose of your literature part will be completed today itself. Okay, not today. We are going to complete it in two parts. The story of cricket we are going to learn. This game that we all enjoy, we will see that how it came into existence, who played cricket, how it was introduced in our country, India. Okay, as we are all aware that India was ruled by Britishers before we got the freedom, and India was a colony of the English people, the country of Great Britain. So they introduced cricket to India, and how the game from there it took its full force in our country, and who were the first Indians, the group of people who played cricket. There are very much renowned cricketers of our nation that played during the colonial time also, and there were quite a few teams that started this game, and it became so popular that now it is being watched in every household. Every household has this game being played in their homes. Okay, we all go out to our colonies. We go out to our verandas and we play it. And this game we all enjoy it. Okay, so we are going to see the technical terms. Okay, we are going to see the story. We are going to see the history of the game. So this will be a very interesting one. So stay connected till last. And today the prose part of your literature will be over. I'm sure you all are aware with the terms prose and poetry. Okay, the prose, the text, the chapters, and poetry, we all. After this, we will conclude the poetry part also. But for today, we have the chapter, the story of cricket. So I am Aman from Art Progressive School, and together let's read the chapter, the story of cricket.
Okay, class. So let's now read the chapter, The Story of Cricket. So before we read, sports is an integral part of a healthy life. It is a one way it is one way in which we amuse ourselves, compete with each other, and stay fit. So sports is an integral part, is a very important part of a healthy life. It is a way through which we make ourselves happy, compete with each other. The competitiveness of any sport is quite visible. When we play a sport, we become very competitive, and this is a very good thing, as it brings the change in our character, and it makes us strong and stay fit. Among the various sports such as hockey, football, and tennis, cricket appears to be the most appealing national entertainment today. Okay, with regard to India, amongst all other sports, cricket appears to be the um, uh, most famous one. It is the national entertainment today. Through it, a lot of people, they watch it, they like it, they play it. How much do we really know about the game called cricket? So this is a question in front of us, that how much do we really know that what the game of cricket is like. So in this story we will learn that what are the rules and what are the techniques of the game, and how the game came into its existence, how it was originated. So everything we will cover in the chapter. Let's see the story of cricket. The cricket grew out of the many stick and ball games played in England 500 years ago. Okay, so cricket, which country was the one where cricket originated? England. Okay, cricket grew out of the many stick and ball games. There are many stick and ball games. There were many, and they were being played in England around 500 years back. and cricket was the one which became popular, and cricket was also one of those games. The word bat is an old English word that simply means stick or club. Okay, what is required to play cricket? What is the most essential thing? We all know that bat, okay, bat and ball. So the bat simply means stick or club. It is an old English word. By the 17th century, cricket had evolved enough to be recognizable as a distinct game. By the 17th century means the 1600s, cricket was evolved and it was very a very renowned game in the world. Sorry. Till the middle of the 18th century, bats were roughly the same shape as hockey sticks. Okay, earlier the bats used to be like hockey sticks, curving outwards. In the lower end, it was curved at the bottom, and there was only one simple reason for this. The ball was bowled underarm. Okay, you all know that how the bowlers bowl. They take a run up and they bowl it. They their hands go high in the air, and through that they throw the ball. They uh, deliver the ball. Earlier it was underarm, like in India we call it gurgutti ball or whatever we call it, along the ground, and the curved end of the bat gave the batsman the best chance of making contact. So if the ball would be low, we need the lower end to be strong, and the lower end to be curved so that it can easily connect with the ball. One of the peculiarities means strange thing, um, not normal thing. One of the peculiarities of cricket is that a test match can go on for 5 days and still end in a draw. Okay, just few days back, India has won the Test series against Australia. That is a much talked about thing all over the world. That how India became victorious and how India defeated Australia even when the chances were very meek. So, but this is a strange thing. You would have seen that India won by 2-1 from the test series, and one test was draw. So this is a very strange thing, very different thing about cricket, a peculiarity, um, you can say a negative thing about cricket, that even after playing for 5 days, a test can end up in a draw. No other modern team sports takes even half as much time to compete. Okay, other team sports, they don't take even half the time, 2.5 days also they don't take to compete. A football match is generally over in hour and a half. Baseball completes 9 innings in less than half the time that it takes to play a limited over match. Okay, a 20 overs match, the shortened version of modern cricket. So other games, they don't take that much time, but cricket is one which is very time consuming, especially the test cricket. Another curious characteristic of cricket is that the length of the pitch is specified 22 yards. Okay, one more curious thing about cricket is that the length of the pitch where the bowler and batsman play, where the ball is delivered and the batsman gets to play it, is specifically 22 yards, but the size of the shape of ground is not. Okay, the pitch the length of the pitch is 22 yards, but the size or shape of the ground is not. Most other team sports such as hockey and football lay down the dimension of the playing area. Yes, but the cricket in cricket only the pitch is specified. The ground is not specifically to be any of any length. Other sports like football and other things like hockey, the grounds are specifically uh, marked that this much be the size of the ground. Grounds can be oval like Adelaide Oval. Uh, Just now India was in Australia and Adelaide Oval. Uh, it can be of that shape or circular like Chepauk in Chennai, a very nice stadium. It is circular. A six at the Melbourne Cricket Ground needs to clear much more ground than it does at Firoz Shah Kotla. Okay, so the MCG, a Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia, just now India won there. Okay, after the loss of Adelaide, India won in MCG. So just like MCG, no, unlike MCG, Firozshah Kotla is small ground, and there it is easy to hit the ball, but while in MCG it is very difficult. There's a historical reason behind both these oddities. Okay, there's a very mm, old reason behind these oddities. Cricket was the earliest modern team sport to be codified. Okay, one of the first game to be codified means rules were written. The first written laws of cricket were drawn up in 1744. Mark the date. The first written law were written in 1744. This stated, the principal shall choose from amongst the gentlemen present two umpires who shall absolutely decide all disputes. Okay, so the rules clearly said that two persons will be there uh, who will be the umpires, and they will have the whole authority to clear any dispute if it arises. The stumps must be 22 inches high. Okay, this was first rule, that stumps height should be 22 inches and the ball and the bail across them 6 inches. So the stumps height is 22 and the bail's high is 6 inches. The ball must be between 5 and 6 ounces. Okay, 5 6 ounces it must be, and two sets of stumps 22 yards apart. Okay, this rule that the pitch must be of 22 yards was written at that time only. The world's first cricket club was sorry, the first cricket club was formed in Hambledon in the 60s, 1760s, and the Melbourne Cricket Club, Melbourne Cricket Club MCC, was founded in 1787. During the 60s, 1760s, and 1770s, it became common to pitch the ball through the air rather than roll it in the ground. Earlier, it was like Gurgutti ball, then it became a little up in the air. This change gave bowlers the options of length, deception through the air, plus increased pace. It also opened a few possibilities for spin and swing. Okay, because we are getting to ball in the right way, so the ball can swing or spin. In response, batsmen had to master timing and shot selection. For this, the batsmen had to be more skilled. One immediate result was the replacement of the curved bat with a straight one. So the bat changed gradually because now the ball was being thrown in the air. So the bat was changed. One, the weight of the ball was limited in between 5.5 to 5 3/4 ounces. So this was the weight of the ball, and the width of the bat to 4 inches. The bat was 4 inches wide. In 1774, the first leg before law was published. Okay, LBW law, it came into existence in 1774. Also around this time, a third stump became common. Okay, third stump. Earlier, they used to put only two stumps. By 1780, 3 days had become the length of a major match. Okay, 3 days was the time duration of a match, and this year also saw the creation of the first six seam cricket ball. Okay, seam cricket ball, सिलाई वाली जो होती है, leather ball like that, like kookaburra or that ball. The first six seam cricket ball. Okay, if you look at the game's equipment, you can see how cricket both changed with changing times and yet fundamentally remained true to its origin in rural England. Okay, you can see that how the equipments that we used to play cricket changed, and it shows the change that came in the England. Cricket's most important tools are all made of natural re-industrial materials. The bat is made with leather, twine, and cork. Okay, we used to think wood, but leather, twine, and cork. Even today, both the bat and ball are handmade, not industrially manufactured. So bats are made by hand. The material of the bat changed. Okay, the material of the bat changed slightly over the time. Okay, it changed over the period of time. Once it was cut of a single piece of wood, now it consists two pieces: the blade, which is made out of the wood of the willow tree, and the handle, which is made out of cane. Okay, so the lower bat is made of willow, and upper the handle is made of cane. That became available as European colonies and trading companies established themselves in Asia. So, in India also, it started to be played like that when the European colonies came into existence. See how a cricket match is going on, and trading companies established themselves in Asia. Unlike golf and tennis, cricket has refused to make its tool with industrial or man made materials. So, unlike the other sports, cricket does not let industrial use to be out, and it is always handmade. Plastic, fiberglass, and metal have been firmly rejected. Okay, plastic is rejected. But in the matter of protective equipment, cricket has been influenced by technological change. Okay, these equipments through which we play cricket are handmade, but the supportive, the protective gear is made in industries like helmet and everything, because it is very risky. If we don't use that, it can go up to death also. The risk is so much. The invention of vulcanized rubber led to the introduction of pads. Okay, we have seen all the guards in 1848, and protective gloves soon afterwards. In 1848, the use of pads became common, and soon afterwards, the gloves also came into existence. And a modern game would be unimaginable without helmets made out of metal and synthetic lightweight materials. So, helmets are made up of the synthetic material, light material, and it is always industry made. Okay, so here the chapters part 1 is concluded, and we have seen what were the equipments of the game, how it came into play, and when the rules were written, and what was the size of the ground earlier, size of the pitch, sorry, and how it is compared with other sports, that the size and dimension of the other sports is always marked, but in cricket it is not the case. So everything we have seen about cricket, that how it happens, and we got to know many things about cricket that we were not aware of earlier. Now, in the second part, we are going to look forward that how India got the game of cricket and how it was played in India, and who were the people who played cricket in India first. Everything we are going to discuss in the next part. For this part, what you can do, you can just mark the things that I've asked you. Wherever any information is there, wherever any numbers are there, you can mark them in your book, or you can note them down in your rough notebook. So this is it for today, and we will meet again with the next part, and I'm going to explain you the next part of the chapter, the story of cricket, and I hope that you will enjoy that also. So watch the video till end so that your doubts are cleared, and we will meet again soon in the next video. So I am Aman from Ardent Progressive School. You are watching video classes. Thank you so much for watching the lecture.